Hi, good evening, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me.
So good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Right, guys. So, guys, let's continue from the last session, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah. So, guys, in the last session, we have been started with something about the list. What is actually a list? We have been got discussed. List is going to be nothing but it's going to be what we are going to call it as an a mutable object. What we are going to call it as actually, guys. Okay. So list is going to be a kind of an mutable object. Just give me a second, guys. Just a minute once. Guys, anyone has been joined for the today's class? Today is your first class. Is anyone is there, guys? I think I can see some names. Yes, Syed. I think today I will join the first class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Have you attended any workshops of mine?
Not yet. This is
Not yet.
first one.
First person. Okay, okay. Any others, guys? Chirag Shah, I think I can see some name, Venkat. So that I can just tell you guys like what has been happened. I can just tell you about that.
Hi Vamsi, this
Yes,
is
sir.
Venkat. I have been attending your classes from the beginning.
Beginning. Okay, okay, fine. Okay. Oh, Venkat means we have
Venkat from Optum.
Venkat from okay.
From US.
Okay, from US, right? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Yeah. Okay. Fine, guys. Okay. So, guys, if anybody has been joined for the today's class, just let me explain, guys. We have just started a couple of weeks before. Just a part of introduction was happened, and it's an only introduction part only. As I already told you that I'm going to take a backup session for the people who has been joined lately, because more number of people has been got joined lately. So I'll take a backup session. And apart from that, I started with the basics of Python only, guys. So if you really already have an idea about Python, you can understand it, but no worries. Just we can understand the things, guys, because Python is a very easy and simple language to learn. Don't worry about the whatever the classes you have been got missed. So either you will be getting a recorded videos or I'll take up a backup session depending on your requirement, guys. Okay, fine. So guys, we have been started with something called as a list, which is going to be what we discussed about is list is nothing but a mutable object actually, guys. What is this term called as a mutable? Mutable is nothing but what we are going to call it as an which can be modified, which we can modify actually, guys. So today we created a list. We can add up some elements. What is first of all list actually, guys? A mutable object, which is going to be contains a collection of some kind of an. It is going to be some kind of an heterogeneous values actually, guys. It is going to be heterogeneous data or heterogeneous elements. What we can say about that. So how to create a list also we have been got discussed. So repeating almost all from 3-4 days, we are repeating all the basics. So list is created just by enclosing the values within the square brackets actually, guys, and which can be modified. We can add the elements, we can remove the elements, whatever you want, we can do it actually. And we are currently discussing about what are the methods associated with the list actually, guys. Method is nothing but it's a kind of a function which is associated only with that particular object. It's a concept of object-oriented programming, guys. So the methods are going to be, I told you some methods, like some of the methods which are used to remove the elements actually, guys. Once again, quickly, clear. Yesterday we have already discussed about that remove, and it is going to be pop actually, guys. So clear will remove all the elements. Remove will remove only the required value, and that too only the first occurrence only. Pop is basically based on the index actually. If you want to add the elements actually, guys, yesterday we discussed about 3 methods we have been got discussed. One is going to be, we have been seen about the append method. And apart from that, we have been seen about the insert, and we have been seen about an extend method actually, guys. Append and insert is almost all the similar with a slight difference actually, guys. The difference is append will add the elements only at the last. Insert is going to be at the required index. Before the index, we can add up them actually. I told you the difference between extend and the append method. Slightly difference actually, guys. Extend is basically used to append individual elements, whereas the append is going to be appends, which is going to be all the elements at a time actually. Slowly we'll study. We already studied about those particular applications. For example, if I say x is equals to 10, 20, 30, 40, for example, I told you the difference actually, guys. When I said x dot append of, which is going to be if I said 50 comma 60, we cannot append 50 comma 60 individually, guys. If I append the 50 comma 60, then the result is going to be something like this, guys. 10, 20, 30, 40. It won't append 50 and 60 as an individual values actually. This is how it is going to be gets appended actually. A list inside a list will be appended. Same example if I said extend method actually, guys. If I same example, if I extend method by using 50 comma 16, then there are going to be individually they will be appended actually, guys. Individually means the result is going to be 10, 20, 30, which is 40, 50 and 60 actually, guys. Because right now you don't know what is meaning of an iterable concept actually. Actually, this extend is going to take an input as an iterable object. Right now we don't know what is an iterable object. For the timing, skip some points actually. Slowly we'll add up the things actually. So clear, remove, pop is already discussed. Append and extend and the append, extend and which is insert we have been discussed. And already we discussed about a method what we are going to call it as an account method. Count is basically used to count how many times a particular value appeared in the list actually. So how many times a value is existing in a list. If you want to count in, simply the list dot, which is going to be a count, and give the value whatever the value you want to count. How many times this value occurred in the list, it is going to tell you 3 times, 4 times, 0 times. If it is not there, we are going to get a 0 value actually, guys. Okay. So quickly, guys, just quickly 2 minutes, I'll just complete off that. So this is going to be the ideal I'm opening here, where I'm going to write all the Python script and the Python code, what I'm going to be writing it actually, guys. So who has been, guys, once again, who has been joined lately? So don't worry. I will take a backup session to cover all the previous topics, what we have been already, you have been lost. Okay, have a look at this one technique, guys. Otherwise, we'll be sharing the backup sessions. The videos will be there. Nowadays, everybody is doing the same thing, guys. They were sharing the video files, the recording video, so that you can just go through the videos and we can cover the previous topics. No worries. I'm going to take a backup session for that. Okay, have a look at this one, guys. X is equivalent to nothing but it is going to be 10, 20, 30, 40. So this is going to be the elements what I have been added actually. X dot append of, if I said 50 comma 60, it is not going to be appending the 50 and 60 individually actually, guys. You can see 50 and 60 has been appended like this actually. Now I said X dot append of, which is going to, sorry, if I said extend of, if I said extend of, which is going to be the same technique like 50 comma 60, they are not appended as a single elements actually, guys. They are not appended as a single element. 50 separately, 60 separately, it has been appended. So if you append like that, it is going to be what we call it as an append. If you append like that, this is what we are going to call it as extend. What about the insert also actually, guys? Insert is also going to be appends at the given single element only. But we have to specify where you want to append it actually, guys. For example, if I said 2 comma, it is going to be 50 comma 60, then automatically 50 comma 60 will be appended as a single element. Before the second index, it is going to be appended actually, guys. That is what is going to be happening. Yes, Manohar. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Vamshi, in this extend method, it should follow a particular format like 50 comma 60, or it can be any like 50 plus 60 or something, like how it is going to treat in that case.
50 plus
50 plus 60.
It's an addition. It will become an addition operation, no?
No, it should be always separated with comma, something.
It's a separate with the commas only.
Okay.
It is separated with the commas only. For example, if I said this is the value, for example, if I said X dot extend of, for example, if I said, as you're saying that it is going to be 50, okay,
Space.
50 space.
Space
No,
60.
no, it won't be taken actually, because it's going to be something like an,
okay.
Can you see, perhaps you forgot a comma actually, because it won't accept that actually. Okay, if I do 50 plus 60, it will work actually, but it is going to be works as an addition operator. It is going to becomes actually, it appended, but it appended the result of 50 plus 60 as a 110 is the result it appended actually. Right?
Okay.
Okay, fine. Right, guys. So this is going to be the one of the thing what we can do it actually, guys. Now, up to now, whatever the methods we have been seeing, guys, like insert, append, extend, clear, remove, pop, All these are very, very simple methods actually, guys. Anybody can just learn it actually. Now, it's not a complicated function, but compare with the previous function, the next function which I'm going to discuss is a little bit complicated work actually, guys. Little bit complicated. That is going to be nothing but, let me do one thing, guys. I have some x is going to be there, which is having some elements like 10, 20, 30, 40, just an example, 40, 50, 60, let us say 70, 80, 90 actually, this 80, 90, 100, for example, total I take 100 elements, sorry, 10 elements. Now what I said actually, guys, x dot index, the method name is going to be, guys, it is an index method actually, guys. What is this index method will do actually, guys? Index method is going to tell you the difference between count and index is count will tell you how many times that particular value has been occurred. The number of times the value is occurred. Index is going to tell you where that particular value has been found, at which index I have been found actually. Like for example, if I said which is going to be, I said for example, guys, 50. You know the index now, guys, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So obviously it is going to tell you, it is not telling you where is the 50, how many times 50 is available. It is going to tell you like which index I have found at the 50 actually. Obviously we'll expect the answer as, which is going to be nothing but it's a 4. But sir, as you said that, it is a little bit complicated. What is the complexity of this actually, guys? That is, you can specify in between which two indexes I want to search actually, guys. By default, if I don't specify, it will try to search directly starting the searching from 0 and goes up to the last actually. One more thing is, it will only tell you about the first occurrence only. Even 50 is there for one more time. It does not gives you all the occurrences of 50. Only the index of the first occurrence of the given value only it will find it off. But what is the extra thing we are having here is where to start your searching also we can specify, guys. For example, if I said 0, 4, for example, guys, or 0, 3, for example, then what it is going to do is, guys, you know what is 0, 3, guys? 0 means starting, 3 means which is going to be stopping. And throughout the Python, we discussed actually, guys, this is going to be not included. This is excluded, guys. That means it is going to check only the indexes between 0, 1, and 2, sorry, 0, 1, and 2 only it will search. It won't search for the third index actually, guys. That means in between these three indexes only, it will search out where is the 50 is going to be there. Being the 50 was not there, it is going to throw an error actually, guys. If it is not there, it is going to throw the error actually. So by default, if I don't specify anything, it will start with the first index and goes up to the last index. Wherever the given value is there, it will tell you the index. But there is an extra option is there where to start your searching. For example, if I say actually the 50 is there at the fourth index actually, guys. For example, if I say I want to start searching from fifth index actually, so it will start searching from the fifth index, it will find out. Do you find the 50 in the next elements? No, you will get an error actually. If it is there, it is going to give you the value actually, guys. Okay, so it's a little bit a complicated way because it is going to be taking totally 3 parameters actually, guys. It's taking 3 parameters, it is taking it actually, guys. Up to now, we have been seen. Clear does not takes any parameters, guys. No arguments, it will take it. Remove and pop is going to take one argument actually, guys. Remove will take one argument. Pop also will take only one argument only. Next one. Append is also going to take one argument only. And insert is going to take 2 arguments actually, guys. Index and the object. And even the extend is also going to be tells you takes only one argument only, it will take it, which is an iterable objective. But whenever we talk about the count also returns takes only one input only, which is nothing but a value it is taking. But see the index actually, guys. Index will take 3 arguments, guys. Value, whatever the value you want to return, whatever the value you want to search. Return the first index of the given value. Wherever it finds the index, it is going to tell you actually, guys. Starting is going to be 0. See the stopping actually, guys. A very, 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 very large number actually, guys. A very large number. If I don't specify, it will start with 0 and goes up to the last element. Almost a very huge number it is taking it actually, guys. Now let us talk about x dot index of I want to search for 40 actually, guys. Where is the 40 is there in between 0 to the last element? It will start with 0 and goes up to the last element. Index is going to be nothing but it's a fourth element. We know that index is 3 actually, guys. Your index is going to be 3 actually. But if I said x naught index of 40, I said that I want to search only between 0 and, let us say that only the third index only. Third is not included actually, guys. When I said 0, 3, it only search for 0, 1 and 2 only. In these particular 3 elements, is the 40 is there. You are asking me, please find out the index of 40 in between 0 to 3. I didn't find any such kind of a 40 there. You are going to get an error actually. 40 is there in the list. 40 is there in the list, but it is not existing in between the 0 to 3. 3 is not included. We know this actually, guys. Real, if 3 is included, we have to get the 3 as the result because 30 is there. Sorry, 40 is there in the third index actually. If you want, we can take a little bit more numbers. Let us say this actually, guys. Let us just an example. X is equivalent to nothing but 20, 34, 12, 45, 67, 25. And it is a 10 and it is a 2 and it is a 3. Let us say 40 and let us say 96 and let us say 72. Some random numbers only I'm going to be taking it actually, guys. I'm taking some kind of a random numbers only. I have been got taken actually. Let us say something like an 78 or something like a 75 or 74 I have been got taken. Just an example I'm talking about that. I know that in that the least value is 2, guys. Let us say that the least marks, let us say these are the marks of the students, guys. Sorry. These are the marks of the students. Now I know that least value is going to be 2 and the highest value is going to be 96 actually, guys. Highest value is 96, isn't it? Now I want to know which index has got the least value 2 and which index has got the highest value, which is going to be 96 actually, guys. A simple process, x dot, which is going to be the index of 2. It is going to tells you, so at which index it is going to be there. 7th index means it is the 8th element actually, guys. 7th index is nothing but it's an 8th element in the list actually. And where is the highest value of, which is going to be 96 actually, guys. So it is going to tell you that it is going to be at the 10th index actually. It is going to be in the 10th index actually. For example, if I said x dot index of 2, but I don't want to go for all the elements. I want to check for from the 8th element, do you have any 2 is there? I'm asking the starting index at 8 actually, guys. Start from the 8. Go up to the remaining elements and tell me, do you find that particular 2? No, I didn't find that particular 2 in the list. I said x dot append of 2 actually, guys. You can append the elements now, guys. Now there is 2 is there for second time actually, guys. Now you ask x dot index of 8, 2, 8. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, guys. It will start from here and it tries to find out where is the 2 is there, guys. So 2 was found in the last index actually. So I don't know how many elements are there, but if you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, guys. So it is going to be there at the 17th element, which is going to be the index is going to be nothing but 16 is the index actually, guys. Index is going to be same as it is, guys. I'm not saying that start from the 8th index, count it like 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm not counting it actually, guys. Counting is from 0 only, but I'm starting searching from the 8th index actually. Start from the 8th index. Do you find any occurrence of 2? Yes, I find that the occurrence of 2 here, which is going to be nothing but the 16th index actually, guys. For example, if I do the same thing by writing x dot index of 2 comma, which is going to be, I said 8 comma 15 actually, guys. 8 comma 15 means we know that in between 8 and 15th index only it will find it off actually, guys. I know that this is 8. 15 means 15 is not included, guys. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Only in these particular 6 or 7 elements only, it is going to check for the 2 actually, but 2 was not there. Then obviously we are going to be getting an error actually, guys. So x dot index will work with a single argument. It can work with a single argument, guys, as well as even it can work with 2 arguments. I think you may be having a little bit idea about this, guys. No worries. In Python, we are having a discussion of functions concept. When I discuss about the functions concept, then I'm going to discuss completely about this arguments concept once again. It works with 2 arguments as well as it can even works with which is going to be 3 arguments also. It is going to works actually, guys. We can also write the third argument like 16, no? So I'll write it as a 17 actually, guys. execute, it is going to work. But beyond that, if you give, you will get an error actually, guys. Hope all of you have an idea about that. While you are calling the functions, how many arguments we have been got defined? Only that many arguments only we have to use it. Anyhow, as part of our course curriculum, as part of the Python discussions, we are already having a discussion about the functions concept, guys. We look into the functions concept more and more. We are going to look into them, guys. We look into the functions concept. Okay. So we have a discussion.
If I want to find the value before index 8, I should use the negative indexing, or is there any other way to mention it?
You want to check?
I want to find a value before index 8, for example, between 1 to 8, let's say.
Okay, then you have to specify that actually. Okay, there is a technique is there. X dot index is there. No, it's not negative index. Okay. Actually, negative index means nothing but it will start only from the right hand side index only. See, if I say negative index, for example, if I said negative index of, for example, x dot index of 2, -4, in that case, what it will do is -4 means -1, -2, -3, -4. It will start checking from here only.
Right.
Okay, so then the result is going to be obviously 2 is at the last only, which is going to be obviously we'll get the 16 is the result as usual.
Okay.
Okay, that does not matter about that. It is going to be, for example, if you want to search before the 8 means, then you say that it is 2, 0, 8. So before the 8 only, it is going to search for the index actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Then you are going to be getting 7 because it is there at the 7th index. Before the 8 only, I want to check it out actually. But if you want to make it complex later, that means in the coming applications, we'll put it in a loops. We'll write some if conditions, and then you can write an applications actually.
In case if we give a range between 0 to 8.
No, it won't work like that. It's an arguments are completely these functions, these methods scope is very limited only. Whatever they define, they have to work like that only.
Okay.
If you want to do that, there is another techniques are there. That means, see, in that cases, what we are going to do is first we are going to do some kind of a slicing like this actually. Okay, this is a concept of slicing concept. We are going to do that. This is actually a list only. Then you can find it off. For example, x of 0 is to 8 within this particular range dot, I can say the index of 2 actually. Now, what is an output will come actually? X of 0 is to 8 is going to be one list. So how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 we are going to be getting. That is, we are getting 8 elements. Then obviously the index is going to be nothing but 7 will be the result. For example, if I said 8 is 2, maybe if you have already attended slicing concept. So what is meaning of 8 is 2 actually? 8 is 2 means starting from the 8th element, remaining elements will come actually. So in this case, if I said which is going to be dot index of 2, now it is going to be with respect to 2. That means this index will be taken as 0 now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it will become 8th index, it will become actually. So we have to use some combinations and we have to work with the applications actually.
Yeah, sure. My question is like, if you have a duplicate, number like 2, right? If you have 2 occurrence, so I'm going to get 2 indexes at which place is actually
No, first one index only will come.
Only first index, right?
Only first index only. That's why, see, here also we have the second index is there. 2 is there for 2 times, right?
Correct.
When I said x dot index of 2, it always starts with the 0 index and find out the first occurrence is going to be here, which is going to be at the 7th index.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, now the idea here is, now you want to find the second occurrence. Then what you have to do, I know that the first occurrence of 2 is there at the 7th index actually. Then I'll start from the 8th index. I'm going to start with that. Then obviously I'll come to know about the second occurrence of these particular values.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
But these are all the basic things. So Python provides you a lot of advantages. That means these concepts, if you really want to do that, you need not to do it like this only in a complicated way. In coming applications, we have a lot of techniques and lot of implementations will come. You can use those particular things and we can do it actually. Okay, fine. Yes, right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
So is there any predefined function to get that maximum or minimum value from
Yes, absolutely. We have it actually. So Directly we are having, see, we are directly having the kind of a functions actually. What is going to be the minimum of X, what we are going to be getting? What is the maximum of X is going to be there? So you really don't require this actually, but things guys, one thing I want to explain here is these list and all these things are the one of the basic structures of the Python actually. So how to do the manipulations on this particular list, we don't recommend them actually, because it's not guaranteed that a list will always contain always a numbers only. Sometimes it may contain some numbers, some strings, some bools, and some floats. It may contain different values. So you can do that. But what I'm saying here is, instead of using this min and max functions here, in Python, we are having a very advanced levels applications are there. Advanced level mathematical applications are there. Whenever we go there, we can do that kind of an applications. For the timing, what is a list? How to handle the list by using that particular methods. That's it actually, guys. Don't try to do any manipulations with the list, like what is clear, what is remove, what is a pop, how to append the elements, how to go for this particular extend. All these are ideas only to make you understand how to use the methods actually, guys. Actually, we are using some, I'm explaining some methods actually, guys. Out of that, I may use only 2 or 3 methods only I'm going to use. Maximum, guys. I'll use append method or extend method. Only these two I'm going to use mostly. Remaining, I don't use at all. But why we are discussing here is, this is my first object I'm explaining. So I have to explain each and every method that is associated with that. Whether there are used or not used, that we discuss it later about that. Being it's my first example of a whatever the object in Python, remaining objects, they don't have it actually, guys. This is the first object I'm discussing about that. That is the reason why I'm explaining all that kind of a methods actually. But you will understand why we are learning. We'll get some clarity about that. We'll understand the concept behind that. So in coming classes, it will become very easy for us. If I discuss only 1 or 2 methods and leave it, you don't get a practice on that actually. That is the reason why I'm explaining, guys. Okay. Fine, guys. So once again, guys, what is going to be this index method is going to be do? It is going to be nothing but dot index of, which is going to be nothing but whatever the value, and what is going to be the starting and what is going to be the stopping value actually, guys. So it is returning a value. Observe carefully, guys. I'm specifically pointing out actually, guys, which methods are returning, which methods are not returning. Pop method will return a value back to you, guys. When you run a pop method, some output will come. But when you use the remove method, no output will come. When you execute a clear method, no output will come. Even append, insert, extend also, they don't give any outputs. Count will give you an output actually, guys. Count is giving an output. Index is also going to be giving an output. So out of the 7 or 8 methods or 9 methods I discussed, only 2 methods, 3 methods are returning, guys. One is a pop is returning. I'll conclude, guys, totally. Pop is returning, count is returning, and index is returning actually, guys. So what it is going to returns the, which is going to be the index of the value. It is going to be the index of the value between which is going to be the starting and the stopping actually, guys. So I need not to explain every time. Throughout the Python, remember one thing, guys. Wherever I'm using start and stop, start is always, it is included, it is inclusive, and whereas the stop is going to be always, it is an exclusive. So whenever I said which is going to be 2,8, meaning that is start from 2 and stop before the 8. Throughout the Python, the concept is the same. It does not change us from one application to another application. Throughout the Python, it is going to remain the same only, guys. So given value, whatever the given value index is there, it will try to find out. But that too, the first occurrence only, guys. For example, same value is available for multiple times. It won't return the indexes of all the values. Count is not like that. For example, count is there. If the given value was not found, it is going to return 0. If the given value was not found, it throws an error actually. It throws an error actually, guys. The value was not found. I'm going to raise as an error actually, guys. Okay. So this is going to be the next method what I can talk about. A little bit complicated compared with the other methods actually, guys. Now there are 2 methods are there which are going to be a very simple methods actually, guys. One is going to be nothing but a method what we are going to call it as an reverse. It's a very simple method actually, guys. The name itself is saying that what is reverse will do. All the elements inside the list will be just simply reversed actually, guys. It will be very simply reversed. No, it's not sorting order actually, guys. It's not any sorting order, left it ascending to descending or descending order, ascending order. It won't do it actually, guys. For example, I have a list is there. Some X is having a list like something like 2, 6, 18, 24, for example, 12. Okay, something like 6 and something like a 4. We have the elements, guys. Now, if I said what is going to be X dot reverse, simply if I said X dot reverse, you know what it is going to do actually, guys. Internally, it won't take any arguments, guys. No inputs, it will take it. Internally, all the data is going to be reversed actually, guys. 4, 6, 12, 24, 18, and 6 and 2 actually, guys. But reverse also does not return anything, guys. Internally, the elements will be sorted. So not sorted, it will be reversed. But the outcome, if you want to see whether the elements are reversed or not, we have to print that particular value of X. Reverse does not return anything. Internally, it happens like this actually, guys. But if you want to see whether it is reversed or not, you have to print the value of X actually, guys. It's a little bit confusion to most of you guys. I'm saying that they don't return, they will return because it is internally getting affected actually, guys. It's internally getting affected. Output, we don't see anything. That means when I write the X dot reverse, don't expect that directly we'll get the output like this, guys. Internally, this happens. Nothing output will come. Whether it is really reversed or didn't reverse, nobody knows about that. If you want to see whether the reverse was done or not done, then we have to print the value of X actually, guys. Anyhow, the guys who has been already attended the previous classes, we already see about the slicing concept actually, guys. Sir, if I want to reverse these elements, I can do something like X of is to minus 1 actually, guys. Don't worry, guys, who has been joined recently. So previous classes, we know that. So who has been joined earlier? You know what is the meaning of X of is to minus 1 actually, guys? What is meaning of X of is to minus 1? The elements, it is going to read from the reverse order by taking a step of minus 1. What is the difference between this one and this one is, guys? Whenever I said X of is to minus 1, the elements are going to be read in the reverse order and the output is going to be displayed on the screen. Your output is going to be displayed on the screen actually, guys. But your actual X is not getting affected. If you print the X value, it is as usually print this value only, guys, but not this value actually. So this is only, we are just reading the data in the reverse order, but your actual X is not getting affected. But X dot reverse is what it is doing. It is not just only returning the output. It's not just only reversing the elements, guys. Whatever the order, whatever the element that has been reversed, that will be again assigned back to the X. That means the effect is on the X variable, guys, but not just like a slicing concept actually. Slicing means nothing but it only just displays the output on the screen, but your actual array or the actual list is not going to be gets affected actually, guys. Okay, so just if you want to see the elements, I can just show you guys. X is equivalent to nothing but 4, 10, let us say 12, 8, for example, 15 and some 24 and something like 20, guys. Just an example, not too many elements, guys. I can slice it like this actually, guys. Hope you remembered, guys. What do you mean to say X of is to minus 1 means? Just it is going to read the elements in the reverse order actually, guys. You can see 20, 24, 15, 8, 12, 4, 10, and it is going to be 4. But what is this doing actually, guys? It is only reading the elements in the reverse order and it is displaying on the screen. But your actual X is not affected. Your actual X will be as usually the same old elements only, guys, whatever I have given. It has just reading the data in the reverse order. But your actual X is not getting affected. X will be remaining as same data only, guys. Hope you understood the trick actually, guys. Okay. Or in another way, if I want to explain this, I can explain in another way actually, guys. In a programming language, we have I equals to 10. When I said print the value of I plus 10, you know what will be the result actually, guys. I is 10. 10 plus 10 is going to be 20 only. But your actual I is not affected, guys. Again, if you say print the value of I, you know that it will be printing the result as 10 only. So this addition of 10 was done only for printing purpose. but your actual I was not affected actually. Sir, I want to affect that particular I want to preserve that addition. Then you know what you have to do it actually, guys. I is equivalent to 10. You say I equals to I plus 10 and then print the value of I. Then we know that the 20 will be printed actually. So the addition we are preserving back to the I actually, guys. So this is nothing but just like this concept only, guys. Because we are just reading the elements in the reverse order and just displaying on the screen. Your actual X will not be affected. X dot reverse is nothing but what you are trying to do, guys. Whatever the result we have got, you are again assigning this result back to the X itself actually, guys. So that is the meaning of this particular method called as the reverse. So once if you do the reverse actually, guys, it will be directly affected on the list actually. X dot reverse. See the difference actually, guys. X dot, which is going to be reverse. It won't take any arguments, guys. And you can see very clearly, reverse in place. What is meaning of in place means in the place of the previous value of X, the new value will come actually, guys. It will reverse the elements and that value will be replaced as the previous value of the X in the place of the particular X actually, guys. But outcome, we don't get it any output actually, guys. We don't get any output at all. No output will come, guys. Clearly we can see there is nothing output is coming actually, guys. Now, if you want to see whether really X is reversed or not, you can just write which is going to be X actually, guys. Can you see, guys? X has been completely modified. Just the elements has been reversed. So a lot of difference is there between X of is to minus 1. It is going to be just reversing the elements and displaying on the screen. But the actual X is not getting affected. But if I said something called as an X dot reverse, now you can see that the complete elements has been got reversed actually, guys. So that is the difference between, slightly confusions will be there, guys. In the beginning, there is a little bit confusion, but over the time period, everything will be gets rectified actually, guys. This is what we are going to call it as. Yes, we can write it, but in Python, there is a small issue is there actually, guys. It's a small issue actually. I think Roy, hope you already discussed about that. Like I think I remember that you are joining from the beginning. You already joined in the earlier classes also. So X is equivalent to 10. So here you know that this X is called as an variable or an object. What do you call this X actually? Will you call it as an object or will you call it as an variable or an object? What do you call it as?
Variable.
No. In Python, everything is going to be treated as an object only. Okay. So what will happen here is that is actually, I'm going a little bit out of the box. Don't worry, because even if you guys don't understand it also, no worries. So guys, what will happen here is in a normal programming language, when I said like this, integer X equals to 10, you know what will happen actually, guys? Some memory will be allocated. The name of the variable is going to be X. The memory is going to be referenced by X. Value will be 10. Tell me, guys, when you say X equals to 10, what will happen? Can you tell me, guys? Will it remove the existing X and creates a new X, or only the value will be changed? Generally in a normal programming language. Anyone, guys? If I said X equals to 20, what is going to happen now? Will it create a new variable or only the value will be changes?
Only the value will be changed.
Only value will be
the
changes.
old object got
Obviously.
deleted.
It will be there only. That means we know that the declaration is done only for one time. So memory allocation is done only for one time only. Your existing X will not be removed. Your existing X will be there as it is. Only the value will be changes to 20. But coming to the Python, X is equivalent to 10. Here X is an object actually, guys. X is an object actually, guys. So it is going to be referencing to some memory which is containing 10. When I said X is equivalent to 20 in an object-oriented programming, what it will do, guys? It will destroy this one and again creates a new one actually. What the point, guys? Just I'm telling about an idea, just for an idea purpose, I'm telling about that. So as you're asking that, when I said X is equivalent to, why don't you write like this actually? X is to minus 1. Absolutely, we can write it actually, guys. But what is happening here is it is going to create a new object is getting created. So Python is having one of the main issue actually. If you try to assign like that, it is going to create a new object. Even in Python actually, guys, if I said x equals to 10, x equals to 20, both are two different objects actually. This will be destroyed and new object will come actually. You may get a doubt, sir, how can you say that actually? How can you say that? Don't worry, I'll discuss this. Actually, we have this discussion in our class. For the timing, I'm just telling you guys, x equals to 10. Every object will have an ID, guys. Every object will be having one ID. When every object you create in Python, one ID will be given actually, guys. Can you see, guys? ID of x is going to be ending with 5504. Now I said x is equivalent to 20, guys. Now see what is going to happen actually. ID of x is going to be, this is going to be the ID actually. So what has been happened, guys? It is completely the object was destroyed and new object has been got created, guys. You can delete the object, guys. I can delete the object. There is an option to delete an object actually, guys. Same technique I'll show you, guys. X is equivalent to, I said 10, 20, 30, 40, for example. Now, as you are saying that, okay, I'll say ID of x. Now I said x is equivalent to x of is to minus 1. No doubt, elements are reversed. But the main problem here is internally, your object is changed. Internally, your complete object was changed actually, guys. Earlier, the object is ending with 7696. Now the object is going to be ending with 2400. But if I said x dot reverse actually, guys, what will happen internally here is object won't change us, guys. The internally the elements will change us actually. Now see the x elements are reversed. ID of x is going to be remains the same object as it is going to be reference. Don't worry, guys. Hope you got an idea about that, like why I am not assigning to a particular variable. Got it, Roy? So why I'm not assigning the object like this, because is internally the Python is having some memory problem actually. So it will create that object, destroys the object and again creating a new object. It will take more load. Why should I take that load actually? That's why we better to use the reverse method. Throughout the Python, that the same technique I'll use it actually, guys. Same techniques I'll use. If you ask for any changes, I'll make the changes, but I don't preserve by assigning back to the variable. We'll be having some technique. I used a word now, guys, in place. This word will be very, very frequently used in Python actually, guys. Sorry. X dot, when you're using reverse, you can see one term called as an in place is there. This in place technique we are going to use very, very frequently in the Python actually. What is this option of in place will do is actually, guys, whatever the option you have been asked for or whatever the manipulation we have been asked for, that will be reflected and that will be affected on your actual object. It won't create any new object. The internally the elements are going to be gets reversed actually, guys. That is what the reverse will do actually, guys. It's not any sorted order actually, because the data was already in ascending order. So what we can find here is it is going to be something like it looks like ascending and descending order. It is going to be looks like actually, guys. But whenever the data is in a random order, you can see that it is going to be just a reverse actually, guys. Internally the elements are internally the elements are going to be gets reversed actually, guys. Internally the elements are going to be gets reversed. You can see 45, 25, 50, 20, 8, 10, 3, 6, 2. But I want to put it in a sorting order actually, guys. Then what we have to do? So reverse is only just reversing the elements. It is not returning any output, guys. It won't return any output back to you. Same as it is, we are having a method called as an sort method is there actually, guys. I covered all the methods actually, guys. All the methods I have been covered except copy. You can see it actually, guys. Copy also I can explain you, but you can't understand now itself. Append, clear, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and the last one is going to be sort actually, guys. Sort is going to take one simple option actually, guys. Sorting, you know this actually, guys. Sorting also is going to be in place only. Just it is going to take an order actually, guys, which is going to be nothing but simply I'm using a parameter called as reverse is equal to, which is going to be true or a false. You know what is meaning of true and what is meaning of false actually, guys. Reverse is false means it is in ascending order. Reverse is equal to true means it is an ascending order actually, guys. Sorry. Reverse is equals to true. Sorry, guys. Reverse is equal to true, meaning that it is a descending order. Reverse is equivalent to false, meaning that it is an ascending order actually, guys. Just one parameter it will take it. Reverse equals to true, reverse equals to false. So we have a parameter actually, guys. I can say reverse equals to, I said false actually, guys. Very clearly, sort the list in ascending order and again return none. So I said reverse equals to false actually, guys. Same procedure. It won't return anything, guys. It won't return anything output. Don't think that, sir, I didn't get any output in the sorted order. Sir, I didn't get an output. You don't get an output, guys. But your internal elements are going to be sorted order. You can see the difference. 2, 2, 3, 6, 8, 10, 25, 45, 50. So that is an idea about this particular sorting order actually, guys. So once again, I'm doing, this is your X actually, guys. I want to do it in, I want to sort them in the descending order. So I say X dot sort. Simply you say reverse is equivalent to nothing but you say which is going to be true actually, guys. What is meaning of reverse equals to true? The internally the elements are going to be sorted in the reverse order. But sir, I didn't get any output. You don't get any output, guys. Internally the elements are going to be sorted in the descending order, and they will be again assigned back to that particular object itself actually. So these are going to be the techniques what we are going to be calling it as, guys. So reverse and sort both don't return any output. Internally the reversing will be done. Internally the sorting will be done actually, guys. So let me conclude the concepts totally, guys.
Why we are using the reverse word within that parenthesis?
It's an argument. It's an argument actually. Actually,
can we just use like true or false?
You can use it, but as of now, the C's basically what we will do here is, even I can use that. That is not going to be a problem actually. But what is going to be happening here is, can you see one some kind of an error is coming actually? Takes no positional arguments. That means, as I told you, so we have a functions concept is there actually. So positional arguments and keyword arguments.
Okay.
Yeah. For example, see, when I said X dot sort of, I said something called as an reverse is equivalent to true. It has been worked successfully without having any problem. Let us do the same thing. X dot count of. Can you see a parameter called as value is there? Can you see the value parameter is there? No, there is an argument called as a value.
Right. Yes.
Isn't it? If I write value is equivalent to, for example, 10, I'll get an error actually. So it is going to be a positional arguments and a keyword arguments concept is there in Python. That is going to be the whatever they defined is going to be like that. You have to define.
Right. That's a syntax.
That is a syntax what we have to do. But anyhow, keyword argument, positional arguments, we'll discuss it actually. As I told you, we have a complete discussion of functions concept. On that day, we'll discuss about all these things actually. Right? Fine. Okay, coming to the discussion, guys. Finally, let us conclude the concept, guys. Like the functions, the methods, what we have been discussed. So all the methods, once again, I'll just write it down. Clear, which is going to be pop, and which is going to be remove. This basically 3 belongs to one category. Like which is going to be append, and which is going to be something like an extend, and which is going to be insert. Extend and which is going to be insert is going to be basically use it for one type of category. Count and index is going to be one kind of a category actually, guys, because both are not the same, but counting is going to be counting number of times it occurred. Index is going to tell you about where is the given value is there. And sort and reverse is going to be one method actually, guys. Both almost all same only, but sorting is ascending, descending order. Reverse is only just reverse the elements only, independent of ascending, descending order. I didn't discuss about a copy method actually, guys. Leave this copy method. So finally, if I conclude the concept, guys, which methods returns, which method does not returns. Pop is going to returns a value, guys. Count is going to returns, extend will returns. Remaining no elements, no methods will return any output, guys. Clear won't return anything. And remove won't return anything. Append, extend, insert, obviously. Even sort and reverse also we have been seeing. Nothing is going to be returned. But if you want to see whether there are cleared or not, whether they are appended or not, whether they have been reversed or not. We have to see the object and we have to conclude that yes, it is reversed, it is sorted, it is appended, it is extended, it is inserted, it is cleared, and it is going to be removed. But pop is going to tell you what value I have been removed. Count is going to tell you what is a count. Index is going to tell you the index actually, guys. Okay. So that is going to be the one what we can observe carefully, guys. So this is going to be about the list methods, guys. 2 minutes, guys. I'll just finish off it. The next object which we are going to discuss is another object called as a tuple, guys. Tuple, list and tuple. Tuple is going to be a very quite similar to which is going to be list, guys. Very quite similar to list. Then what is the difference actually, guys? I told you the definition of a list. What is the definition of a list? I told you, guys. First, initially, it's a mutable which we can modify. What is tuple actually, guys? Tuple is going to be similar to the list, but which is going to be what we are going to call it as an immutable object, guys. What do you mean to say an immutable, guys? Immutable means which we cannot modify. Which we cannot modify, guys. That means once if you create a list, we cannot modify further. It's like a constant value, guys. How do you create a list? Which is going to be create a list. Sorry, create a tuple. How do you create a list? Enclosing in square brackets, guys. How do you create a tuple? Create a tuple by enclosing in. No need to use any keyword like tuple or etc., guys. By enclosing in, which is going to be parentheses, guys. Simple, guys. If I put the values in a square brackets, it becomes a list. If I put the elements within a parenthesis, it is going to nothing but it becomes a tuple actually, guys. Now I can just conclude the concept, guys. Like what methods we can use, what methods we cannot use it actually, guys. Just let me conclude the concept, guys. Same methods, no difference in the methods actually, guys. But which methods will work on the tuples? Which method does not work on the tuples? Remember only one simple point, guys. Tuple is not going to be gets editable. You can't edit it. So first of all, clear. Come to the clear actually, guys. Can anyone guess? Can you tell me? Will the clear will work on the tuple, guys?
No.
No. Why? Because clear will try to remove the element from the tuple, which is not possible. Next, what about pop?
Yeah, I can run.
No,
Oh,
because pop is trying to remove the element. No.
Okay.
So clear won't work, pop won't work, remove does not works. What about extend, append, and insert?
No.
No, because we are trying to add some elements, guys. What about sort and reverse? Can it be done? Cannot be done.
No, I think so.
No.
Yeah.
Because sort is not only just sorting the data and giving you guys. Internally, the elements are getting modified actually. So sort won't work and reverse won't work, guys. Then only two methods will work, guys. What are the two methods will work is count and the index. Only those are the two methods it will work. That's it, guys.
Only
2
reading
minutes
is possible.
Only reading, just counting how many elements are there and to find out that particular index is there. So just 2 minutes, guys. I'll just finish off it. So you can say which is going to be x is equivalent to just some elements, same element, similar, different, whatever you want, we can whatever you want, you can give it. I told you, no, guys, it can be heterogeneous or homogeneous, does not matter. Very simple, guys. I enclose it within parentheses, guys. Print the value of x. Very clearly, we can see the elements has been got enclosed within parentheses. If you want to find out, you can just find the type of the x. Previously, when I said type the x, it has been given that it is going to be a list. But now we are going to be getting like a tuple actually, guys. Now say x dot. You see x dot actually, guys. Once if you said x dot, we have got only and only two methods actually, guys. I think I need not to show you, but I can just show you the value actually, guys. X dot count of 10. X dot, if I said index of 10, 10 is there at the 0 index actually, guys. But if I cannot say x dot append of 10, we'll get an error. Tuple does not have any such kind of an attribute called as an append. X dot clear, X dot which is going to be sort, or X dot which is going to be append, sorry, X dot which is going to be something like a reverse. All this method does not work actually, guys. They don't work at all. X dot pop won't work. X dot reverse, sorry, X dot remove won't work. So they are not going to work actually, guys. Why? Because it's very simple actually, guys. It is an immutable object. But slicing, indexing, everything we can do it actually, guys. X of 0. But if I said x of 0 is equals to 100, you are trying to modify the value of 10 to 100 actually, guys. So tuple object does not support item assignment. You cannot assign the value to that particular tuples. So tuples and lists are very, very similar objects, guys. The only difference is going to be nothing but the lists are going to be immutable, whereas, lists are going to be mutable and tuples are going to be nothing but there are immutable, guys. So tuple versus which is going to be list in Python. Just you can go through any document. That means as of now, I'm talking about them, guys. If you want to learn, you can just learn the things actually, guys. Simple technique, simple application, what we can do. So primary difference between tuples and list is the tuples are immutable as opposed to list which are going to be mutable actually, guys. Therefore, it is possible to change a list, but not a tuple. The content of the tuple cannot be changed once they have been got created in Python due to immutability of the tuples actually. Simple. Okay. So that is going to be about this particular object, guys. Yeah. Yes, guys. Anyone having a question?
Vamsi, like what are like some real-time examples where we use like list versus tuples?
We'll use it. See, that's why I'm saying that today. Okay. See, today we are learning the concept, like what concepts are there. But in the actual applications, we'll see that. But remember one thing, we never use this tuple. That means we never will use them. It's very rare cases we'll use it actually, guys. So I'll tell you like where do you use these tuples and lists is later whenever we are going to be working. So same like how we are using, see how we are using the methods and all these things we are using. In our coming classes, we are going to be using a different functions we'll use. This function, I'm going to be using a function. This function is going to take an argument as a list. Got my point? One of the argument of the function is a list, or one of the argument of a function is going to be a set, or one of the function argument is going to be dictionary. I'm not saying that we don't use it, but the scope is very limited usage only, because in our data science, we never want to write any logic, but I'll show you them like where do you use it and why do you use it. But most of the cases, these whatever I'm using list, tuples, etc., we are going to be using them as an arguments of other functions. We'll use it to understand that today we are discussing about that.
Okay, but, thank you.
Okay, but we'll discuss some practical examples on that. Right, guys. Okay, guys. Okay, so just for today, we'll stop it here, guys. Tomorrow we are going to start with another new object called as set actually, guys. Tomorrow completely we'll work with the set object only. Set means something comes to your mind, guys. In mathematics, we have a concept called as sets and relations topic is there now, guys. So the same topic we are going to be working in the tomorrow's class with the help of a set object. We'll discuss it actually, guys. Sets and dictionaries, two objects are there. Let me complete those two objects, guys. And then as I told you, so some people has been joined lately. I'll take a backup session. I'll plan for the backup session for those particular guys. Okay. So, yep, it's easily understand. Everything is going to be easily, we can understand it Python, guys. Python is not a programming language at all. It's just an ideas. In coming classes, we never think about Python at all. Everything is just a function. We'll implement it actually. Okay.
Oh.
Right, guys. Okay. So fine, guys. That's it for the today's class, guys. Anyone, guys, any questions? If you have, I can just spend some time and then you can go. Okay, guys. Just for today's topic, yeah.
Yeah, Vamsi, like we're going to get any materials to study, like like short materials.
No, you will be getting because this batch was a little bit delayed actually. It is due to some very few guys has been joined initially, and then some more people has been got joined. So just give me a 1 or 2 days of time. Once other guys also, if they have been if they confirm that they are continuing the classes, then I'll start sharing the particular materials. But don't worry, because we are still in the beginnings only. We don't require that much practice, but you can install the Python and just we can start with the basics, like basic practical applications. We can try it as of now.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, guys. Thanks for today, guys, and we'll meet up in the tomorrow's class, guys. Good night, all of you guys. Hi, good evening, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone, guys? Can you please confirm is I'm audible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Right, guys. So, guys, let's continue with the last session, guys. Let's continue with the last session. So I'll take up, as I told you now, guys, I will take up the backup sessions for the people who has been joined lately, and I will discuss regarding that. I will confirm that related to that. Just give me a second. Right, guys. So let us continue the session, guys, from the last discussion, what we have been gotten. So mainly, guys, we have been studied about mainly two different objects we have been got discussed about that. One is going to be the list and the other one is going to be nothing but it's a tuple actually, guys. So we have spent a little bit time on the list concept, guys, because that is the first object we have been got created. So we have to understand all the methods. It has been taken some time actually. So mainly we have been seeing how to create a list, and apart from that, how to index and how to slice them actually, guys. We know what is indexing and slicing. Maybe some guys who has been joined lately, maybe they don't have the idea about what is indexing and slicing, but does not matters actually, guys. And apart from that, we have been discussed about the different methods actually. So in list, we have discussed about the different methods. Same tuple also, guys. Creating is the same. Only difference is put them in the square brackets is a list. Put them in the parentheses is a tuple actually, guys. Same concept, indexing and slicing is going to be same technique actually, guys. There is nothing difference will be there. And apart from that, coming to the methods. Just a minute, guys. Right. Coming to the methods, we have been seeing some kind of a methods, but all the methods, whatever that appeared, so all the methods that appeared in the list may not appear in the tuple actually, guys, because list is a different object, whereas a tuple is a different kind of a object. But similarities are there, but only the difference here is tuple is going to be a mutable object, guys, whereas tuple is going to be an immutable object, whereas a list is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as an immutable object actually. So what is the definition of what is the meaning of mutable and immutable actually, guys? It can be modified, guys. It can be modified once it has been got created. It can be modified, whereas tuple is going to be what we call it as an immutable object, what we can say it actually, guys. So that is the difference between what we have been got discussed about a list and a tuple. But slicing, indexing is the same actually, guys. Methods, only two methods are there in the tuple, guys. What are the two methods we discussed, guys? One is a count and one is an index. Only two methods are there actually, guys. Remaining methods won't work. Why? Because we know that clear will try to remove the element from the list. We can't add the elements, we can't remove the elements, we can't modify the elements. But indexing, slicing is the same technique actually, guys. How to index and how to slice them, we know that. Both of them are going to be a collection of heterogeneous values only, but not homogeneous values. Okay. It need not to be homogeneous, but how to create a list and how to create a tuple, we have been got discussed about that, guys. Okay. And just before starting the session, guys, hope all of you have been, anybody, guys, who has been joined for the today's class. I think I can't see anybody who has been joined for the today's session. Syed, I think is your first session. Syed Hussein.
No. Actually, I have joined yesterday.
Okay, you joined yesterday. Okay, Keshav, Manohar. Yeah, I think all the guys has been, you have been joined yesterday. So maybe joined yesterday or day before yesterday. So I think so, guys. Nobody is there who has been joined for the today's class. If anybody is there, please let me know, guys. Just I'll tell you what has been happened actually and how to cover the previous sessions. Okay. So once again, guys, there is a list and a tuple concept is going to be there, guys. So how to create a list and how to create a tuple. Just once again, quickly 2-3 minutes. I'll just finish off it, guys, so that we can get some kind of a conclusions. What I can do is, guys. So let me open the ideal, guys. Let me open the ideal. Let me open the ideal, guys. But as I told you, guys, we don't work with the ideal for completely. That means complete course we cannot run it on the ideal actually, guys. Only as a beginners only we can study them. But after that, we are going to use a better IDs. We are going to be using them actually. Better IDs will use it actually. Once again, guys, a quick understandings, guys. Let us say X is equivalent to nothing but either I told you we can give a sequence of numbers or don't give it. Easy to understand. I'll take it actually, guys. Type of the X. Very clearly, we can see X is a list. You can also ask what is the length of the X. Same example, guys. I said Y equals 2, which is going to be same numbers I'm giving it actually, guys. But it is going to be a tuple actually, guys. What is the type of the X? Type is a function which will let you know about what kind of an object it is going to be there. So class X, which is nothing but it's a class list. And what is the length of the Y? You can see that it is going to be nothing but the 6 is the result. Same length, same data, guys. Print the value of X, print the value of Y. Both you can find it in a same values, but both of them are going to be represented in a different way actually. So how to slice and how to index actually, guys. Same technique, guys. X of 2, we know that we are going to get a third element. X of 2 is 2. Starting from the third element, we'll get the remaining elements. If I said X of which is going to be minus 3 is 2 actually, guys. It is going to be nothing but the last 3 elements will come actually. Even if I said Y of 2 also the same result will come. Even if I said Y of 2 is 2 actually, guys. But one slight difference you have to find it off. You know what is meaning of a slice? Slice is nothing but a piece. So if I take a slice from the X, result is again a list only, guys. You have taken a slice from a list. The result is again a list. You are taking the slice from a tuple. So result is going to be again a tuple, guys. Result is the same, but here we are getting a list and here we are getting a tuple actually, guys. Same technique. Whenever I said Y of minus 3 is 2, result is the same. What is minus 3 is 2 actually, guys? It is going to be nothing but last 3 elements we have to get it actually. So whenever I slice a list, we got a list. When I slice a tuple, we got a tuple actually, guys. Same technique, same application. If I say X of minus 1, it is a indexing actually, guys. It is Y of minus 1 actually. Result is the same result. Both of them are giving you only as an integer value. We are getting it actually. Because indexing can give you any value, but slicing will always give you a list. Slicing will give a list. A tuple slicing will again give a tuple only. But what are the methods associated with actually, guys? When I said X dot, I told you, there are totally 11 methods will come. I can append the data actually, guys. I can append the data to the X actually, 70. I can append it. But same example, if I said Y dot append of 70, you will get an error actually. Why? Because append is a method which is associated only with a list class, but not with a tuple class. And tuple is an immutable object. When I said Y dot, only 2 methods will come actually, guys. What are the 2 methods we can see? Only count and index. Only 2 methods actually. Count will count how many times the given value is there. Index is going to tell you where is that particular value is going to be there actually, guys. Where is the 30 was there? It was there in the second index, what we can say. So concept is very straightforward, guys. There is nothing complications, nothing logical part will not be there. Everything is just we have to know how to use it actually, guys. Okay. So there are 2 more objects are there, guys. Let me complete the 2 more objects. And then I'll go back to the backup sessions, guys. I'll talk to the guys and then I'll decide it. Really, do you require a backup session or do you can manage? I can explain them. According to that, I will take a backup session. Let me complete, maybe today, tomorrow, I'll complete of it actually, guys. So today we are going to be discussing about a new object called as, which is going to be nothing but a set object. Completely the today's session will be on the set object actually, guys. Concept is simple, but only the thing is more and more functionalities are there. So I have to explain those particular topics actually, guys. So once again, which is going to be nothing but the same concept what we are going to be gets doing is going to be nothing but what we can say that it is going to be set object actually, guys. Okay, it is going to be a set object what we are going to be gets calling it as actually, guys. So whenever I'm talking about a set object, you can say that what generally that comes to your mind actually, guys. What generally that comes to your mind actually, guys, which is going to be nothing but we can say that something like it is going to be in mathematics, you remember, no guys, that is going to be nothing but sets and relations, set operations, okay, which is going to be something like an intersect. We have union, we have something called as a minus. Hope you remembered, guys. We are working with something like a set operator, subset. It is going to be superset we are having. So same topic is going to be set concept actually, guys. So in mathematics also, you remembered, guys, how do you represent a set A? It is going to be like this. We are going to be representing actually, guys. It is enclosed within curly brackets actually like this, or a curly braces or a curly brackets. What is a set actually, guys? Set is also, what is the difference between list and tuple? Both of them are going to be same. And one more thing is going to be nothing but, both of them are same. And one more thing is going to be nothing but only just is both of them are homogeneous or heterogeneous. One is a mutable, one is an immutable. What is a set object actually, guys? Set object is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as an, guys. It is nothing but an unordered list. What is meaning of unordered list actually, guys? Unordered list, I'll tell you, I didn't complete it actually, guys. What is meaning of an unordered list means, for example, in a list, when you're creating a list, if I give the values like 20, 10, 30, 40, if I give the values like this, guys, when I print the value of X, it will maintain the same order actually. So it is going to be preserves the order actually. We'll say that it will preserve the order actually, guys. It will preserve the order. Even whenever I work with the tuple also, the same order is maintained. Which order you give, same order it will maintain. It does not change the order actually, guys. But what is meaning of a set is unordered list actually. What is meaning of an unordered list means you give one value, you give some order, we'll get a different order, guys. You give some order, we'll get a different order. If I give this order, there is no guarantee that it will get the same order only. It does not preserve the order actually. It does not preserve the order. It is an unordered list of, one more thing actually, guys. It is an unordered list of unique elements. You know what is meaning of unique elements actually, guys? The values or the elements which cannot be repeated. But in list, we know this actually, guys. We can have multiple times. I can have the same number as many times you can have it. Even in the tuple also, you can have the same element repeated number of times. But when it comes to the list, only two features are there, guys. One is unique elements. That means the value should be, the element should be there only for one time. The element should be there only for one time only. It is going to be what we are going to be gets doing this actually. Okay. So this is going to be the one, what we can say that. And one more thing is going to be nothing but you can say that which is going to be what we can say is it is going to be something like an unordered list of values actually, guys. What do you mean to say an unordered list of values means whatever the order we give, it does not give the same order as it is. It gives something a different order. We are going to get it actually, guys. We'll get a different order. Your input is one order, but your output is another order. So due to it does not maintain that order, indexing and slicing is not allowed on the set object, guys. It is going to be indexing and slicing is not allowed. So we cannot get from a set. If I want to get third element means we can't get it actually, guys. Indexing and slicing are not allowed actually. They are not allowed on the indexing and slicing are going to be not allowed. Why it is not allowed actually, guys? Because whatever the order we give is different. whatever the order that comes is going to be different actually. And that too, if I give the values, even if I give the values like this, guys, you give the values, repeated values, you give it. It does not throws any error, but it takes only unique values only will be selected actually, guys. But how do you create a list? Sorry, how do you create a set? Create a set by enclosing in parentheses, enclosing in the curly brackets actually, guys. The curly braces or the curly brackets. Very simple, guys. So square brackets, if we enclose, it will become a list. And if I use a parenthesis, and we are going to call it as an a tuple. And whenever I use a curly brackets, we are going to be getting, which is going to be something what we are going to call it as a set object, what we can call it as. So for a normal, if I show the same example to a C programmer, tell me if I said X equals to this much, what is the type of the object it is? He cannot say about that in C language, because C programming, Java programming, we are having an habit of writing list, tuple, set, something we have to use the keywords actually. But in Python, you don't use any keywords actually. Guys. X equals to square brackets, Y is equals to some parentheses, Z is equals to curly braces. It will automatically becomes a set. But it does not preserve the order actually, guys, and it is going to accept only unique values only. Being the order is not preserved, so indexing and slicing is going to be not allowed on this particular set objects actually, guys. Indexing and slicing is going to be not allowed on this particular object, what we are going to be gets doing this actually, guys. Okay. So that is going to be the concept of how we are going to be gets working with the set object. But we have a number of methods are there, guys, but nothing is there. Only thing is I have to just do some practice on that. It will take some time, but otherwise it is going to be a very simple techniques only, guys. Let me create the set objects. How do you create the set objects actually, guys? Let us say S1 equals to, for example, guys, just we have to use a curly brackets. Just use the curly brackets actually, guys. 20, 10, again at 20, 30, 10, let us say 30 again, 20, 40, whatever the data you give, you can give it actually, guys. Just I'm giving some few values actually, guys. So don't think that I have given some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 values. If I print the value of S1, see whatever the output we are going to get it actually, guys. See the S1 actually, guys. 40, 10, 20, and 30. Even if I said length of S1 actually, guys, length of S1 is not going to be 11. I given 11 elements, but when I said length of the S1, you can see that there are going to be only 4 elements are there, because it will take only the unique values only we can take it. If you have any doubt, I told you guys, use the function called as a type function. What is the type of the S1? It is clearly saying that it is a set object. That's it, guys. Just very simple. It is S1. What is going to be the S1 here now? It is a list object. So what is the length of the S1? Instead of giving 11, we are getting only 4 only. Why it is only 4? Why? Because this we know that it is going to be a collection of only unique elements only what we can see. And what is the first point I told you guys? Indexing and slicing is not allowed. So S1 of which is going to be 2. This is not allowed actually, guys. Set object is not subscriptable. We cannot subscript it actually, guys. We cannot. Subscripting is also nothing, but we are getting, you know, what is meaning of subscripting actually, guys. So getting some part of them, which is not possible. Even slicing is also not allowed actually, guys. Slicing, indexing is not allowed as of the set object, because the main reason is they are not following any particular order. In a list, if I give some values, I know that I have given 10 at second index. If you ask second index, starting from second index, we can get it actually. But here it is not maintaining any indexes at all, and it does not maintain any order at all. So slicing, indexing is not allowed actually. Yes. Okay.
Then what's the use of sets? There is no indexing, no slicing.
There is no indexing means see. No. It's not like that actually. Why do you require a set object is? I told you yesterday also. I told you one point. These are going to be some of the what we can say is these are the basic things which we have to learn as part of the list. I'm not saying that they are not used. I'll tell you like why we are not going to use this and etc. Why do you use it? But just for a timing, let me explain that. So as I told you that in Python, the list, tuple, sets, dictionaries, these are the basic data structures. So that is the reason why you have to, if you are learning Python means at least some basics we have to learn it actually. Why do you use it actually? Why do you use it means I can explain that. Like I can explain it, but the things are like you may not understand the things actually. Just let me show you that application actually. Don't worry, because being you have been asked for like why we are going to be using that. I'll show you some practical application for that. I cannot explain the concept because you really don't know what is. I really don't know what I am explaining that, but I can just explain the things. Like try to understand it a little bit carefully. So let us say that basically why do you require here is you know the set operations, no? Like we have the concept of intersection concept. We know that actually. So intersection can be applied only whenever it is a set object. On list, we cannot say I cannot find intersection between two lists. We cannot find the intersection between two tuples actually. Now, just an example, I have some kind of an I have some values are there, guys. Some random numbers are there actually. Just an example. I'll take some random numbers one actually, guys. Some it is having some values like some 20. Let us say we have a 15, we have a 25, we have 11, 16, 18, 17, 43. Some you may have also repeated numbers also. Does not matter. Let us say 44. Just a second, guys. Actually, white is blinking. Let me just give me a second. See, whenever the values are very small in numbers, we can easily identify that. But whenever the numbers are very large in numbers, we cannot do it actually, guys. Like something like 44 and some 56 and something like we have some 34, 32, something is the data. I have another set of random numbers are there. Like for example, 17, something like 8, something like 20, let us say 44, let us say 57 and 35, we have a 34 and we have 23, we have a 25, some numbers are there actually. Now, sometimes it may be required. That means why do you use it means later I'll tell you. We don't have that many simple values actually. Yes. But I want to find out how many common values are there between these two random numbers actually. Manually, it's a little bit confusion actually. It's a time taking process. 20 is there and maybe something like 34. I think I have written 34. 34 is going to be there. And even there may be 44 also it is going to be there. Something like that. I want to find out some common values between them. So in that cases, we are going to convert these random numbers to one set object. And I'll convert this random two to the another set object. And then I'll find out the intersection between them. But why do you use it means when you go for machine learning applications, I'll tell you that actually. In machine learning concepts, we'll discuss it actually, because in machine learning, what we will do is we are going to do some kind of an testing. We are going to do it actually. So this is going to be my test sample 1 and this is going to be my test sample 2. So in test sample 1, test sample 2, at least how many samples are getting repeated? 3 samples are getting repeated actually. Maybe out of 10 samples, 3 samples are repeated. That means 30 samples, 30% of the samples are getting repeated actually. So to make you understand that, I'll use this set objects, we are going to use it. But 1 or 2 times only. Throughout your machine learning, 1 or 2 times only we have to use it. But if you want to using for one time also, we have to know the concept. So that is the reason why we are discussing about that, right? Okay. Right, guys. Okay, so later we'll see them 1 or 2 times we are going to use them. I'll explain that like where do you use a set object actually. Okay.